Hello and welcome to another update video about silver. Silver continues to move in clearly corrective structures. So in the last video, we discussed a potential breakout from the descending wedge pattern. And this actually did indeed lead to a rally to our next trend line here, which created some resistance, or did lead to some resistance. So we talked in previous videos about this bullish structure. We had a 5-wave move up into the May high. And then this very, very long correction, which is still not clearly over, still not clearly done with this correction. I'm considering here a wave 2 correction, okay? And we have already the possible, we can count an A, B, C structure, sorry, not like that. We have an A wave down, and then this was the flat in wave B, and then a C wave down. We could count that complete and therefore said, okay, I can interpret this wave 2 as complete. We have a descending wedge. Let's see if we can get a breakout that could take us to the next trend line, which then also unfolded. However, reason for the video is we got rejected at the next trend line and the market has not broken out clearly and could not sustain above that trend line, and we haven't got a 5-wave move up. So that is, you could say, a bit concerning, or shouldn't say concerning, but it indicates that we might be working on a larger wave 2 correction. So whenever I can count a correction complete, I'm going to watch for an impulse. But if the impulse doesn't show, then it rather indicates that this correction needs another leg down. And there is a way to interpret it like that. We could interpret this now as a WXY structure. So let me explain to you what we are watching for, what we have been watching for. So I will take those trend lines off the chart. We don't need them anymore. They were the wedge pattern. Take that off. This trend line got broken, so I don't like the look of it anymore. I mean, it did its job, but whenever a trend line gets broken, it's not really clearly being respected anymore. This one up here is, and just showing, I mean, just those trend lines, I think they have been useful because we had the first breakout and then the next one acted as resistance, but I want to keep the chart clean, and whenever one is broken, then it's best to just redraw them, even if we have only 2 touch points, but something to watch for. Yeah, but as you can see, this is only a 3-wave move up. I think already in the last video I highlighted to you, it looks more like an ABC, but we hadn't seen that rally then yet. So A, B, C. So what does that mean? If it's just a 3-wave move up, because we have an A, we have a B, and this is a 5-wave move up in wave C. Yeah, it means that we could consider, I'm just thinking what is probably the best pattern to deal with it. I mean, it is a pattern that I normally don't like to use. It would probably be a WXYXZ pattern, and I will show you. It doesn't really change the internals, but it means that there is another ABC pattern required to complete this correction. At least that's what I'm considering now. So we have a ABC in wave W, an ABC in wave X, an ABC in wave Y. Clearly wasn't completed. Then this here would be an X wave again, and now the wave Z. These are all corrective structures. Now that's one way of interpreting it. Just thinking if there's another way, because I don't like the WXYXZ patterns, but I think we'll leave it like that. I mean, this here is clearly a 3-wave move up. The subwaves have been corrective as well, and that would mean that I'm now watching for possibly here an ABC structure as well, and the A wave might be unfolding right now, and it could be an impulse. So we can now use the VRVP, volume range, visible range, to identify, okay, what's the point of control? Well, it's where the price is now. Okay, it's acting like a magnet, 29.50. So we could get a bounce from here possibly, or from a little bit lower. I mean, the next fib level is 29.13. I think it is likely that we might get a bounce from the area between now, which is the point of control, and 29.13. And then we might start the B wave and then finish off the entire correction in a C wave. If that's now all within a WXYXZ, or maybe there's a different way of labeling it, but that makes sense for me at the moment. That is not so important, because what really is important is that the bulls turn up before there is a break below $27.33. Or we would need to look at a much larger correction back into the yellow support area, which would not be bearish, but short term it would be, yeah. But overall, at the moment, nothing changes, just the microstructure in the correction does, but not the overall assumption, because as long as support holds, all of this is noise. We need a first impulse to the upside, which hasn't shown yet. So please be aware that we might soon see a bounce, but it's not showing yet, and it could still go a little bit lower to maybe 29.13, which is the next fib level. Okay, so that's the update about silver. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, then feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.